Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Ellie, and we are doing a little freeform thing today. We are going to have a craft room tour, and so I don't have things quite as they normally are with my stand for my phone and things like that. But I'd love to show you my craft room and especially how I store things. I think that might be of interest to you, um, and it help you in your whatever your space is. So I want to welcome my Facebook people, and I want to welcome my YouTube live people, and we're just going to be all relaxed today and just show you kind of where we live, where we do our crafting. And so, to start out with, I think I'm going to put Ellie down since I'm holding the phone. I can't really do too much if I have the phone in one hand and her in the other. So I'm just going to put her down right here, and I'm going to show you. Actually, I think I can switch this a little bit, and let's see where she goes in the craft room. Okay, here she is down here. Ellie, you want to get in your bed? No, she doesn't want to get in her bed. I think it's too warm. She wants to just lay on the floor. Her bed is over here. This is her pink puffy bed with the pink leopard blanket on it. And so she's settled now. So let me go on. I'm going to go ahead and go on Facebook real quick and make sure that we really are live and see if some of you are there. Okay, I see. Oh, good. We've got quite a few people. Cindy, Tina, Kay, Tammy. Good to see you guys. So what I'm going to do is just start because I have a lot to show you. And so I'm just going to turn you back around and try to go slowly. And I'm going to get to my desk in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you the rest of the room. So this is... I'm just going to show you. On the left is a closet that I'm not going to open. I don't want to show you what's inside, but I have several different display places, and this is the place where I display my ribbons and a cute bag that one of my downline gave me. This is a very spiffy bed that pops out from the wall that I really love. Now, I can't see your comments when I'm showing all of this, so I'll have to come back and get your comments. This is a Murphy bed that pops down. So my room is multi-purpose. If we have guests, we use the Murphy bed. And then I'm just going to go around. So there I have some different storage things. That thing in the corner is a neat French water basin that a friend gave me that came directly from France. And then I actually have a little TV in my room, I have to say, that I do watch some TV while I'm crafting. And I've got stamps all around. Those stamps you see straight ahead are retired stamps that I'm keeping. And then I have my two bookcases. I can't pull back as far as I want to show you everything, but what they are, they were brown bookcases that we had painted white, and I've just decorated them with my stamping stuff. The stamps that you see there on the right are my retired stamps that I sell, and I have some gals that come to my classes and like to buy my retired stamps. And you can see up there I have my pretty adhesive packs that are still for sale. I've got some ready to go if any of you would like them. They're for sale on my blog. And then I have just mementos, pictures of my sweet stampers, my team. That's what my team is called. Catalogs, all kinds of filing, just decorated, just cute. I have envelopes for things I need to mail. And then over here is, this is another display board that I love, where I put some current cards. And this little tiny table, that's where I take my pictures for my blog. So if you ever wonder, where does she take those pictures? It's right there with that little piece of greenery. I just take my pictures right there, and I'm going to scoot out just a little bit here. My room faces the front of the house, and let me try to angle that. I have a writing desk that looks right out on some roses in my front yard, which I love. And there is a screen that my husband created for me with pictures that he took of roses, and he knows I love roses. And he put them in the screen, and then he hand painted the different other leaves and roses on the wood there. I just love it. And then I have a little white file cabinet with my mailing supplies there. I have a little mailing scale and a little printer to print the mailing labels. So if you get stuff from me that I've mailed, some of you have gotten prizes and stuff, I'm going to just do a little walking. This is where I mail it right here. I call that my little mail station. And then right here is my desk, and I have my wonderful Stampin' Up planner that you can get if you join Stampin' Up during the month of August, and you get this beautiful stamp set and other wonderful goodies. And it comes as a bonus when you join Stampin' Up. So I would love to have you join and get your own beautiful planner. And then over here I have a cute little wicker chair. And I just redid I didn't recently redo it, but when I redid it, I did it in pink and white because that's what I wanted. And these are the mystery envelopes that I am sending to anyone who makes a $50 or more purchase this month and uses this host code. So I've got these mystery envelopes ready to go, priority mail for anybody that wants one. And then right above is my wonderful card display of cards that have been sent to me. And if you sent me a card within the past 3 or so months, it's probably up there. I love the cards that you guys send me. They're so beautiful. And I have to go through about every quarter or so and clean it off to make room for new ones. But I just love all these cards that you guys make me. And then I have a doorway. That's our living room and so forth. And then I wanted to show you, my husband put this really neat barn door. I'm going to go way up high to show it to you. There is the top of the barn door on my room, and I love it. I just love my barn door. Now let me, you might get a little bit dizzy. I'm going to do a little more walking here just to show you. I have this, I post this every so often. I will redecorate my pretty wreath. It's just an ivy wreath that's just, I just keep that there all the time, and then I redecorate it with cute little things. And right now it has some butterflies from all of our different butterfly, and it has some ladybugs. And then over here to the right, this is my desk where I started with you. And this room originally was an office, and this was a computer desk. And so I have some fabulous cupboards and drawers, and that's where I'm going to show you all of the wonderful storage, how I store all my Stampin' Up products. And so when I'm, you can see my little lights there, and when I'm doing a live with you, I'm sitting right there at that chair and just doing them. And then I have a fun, another little bulletin board. So let's go on over to the desk, and the lights just kind of light up a project or my face, but I think I'm going to turn them off so that we can really see the way I store things. Let me turn my little lights off here, because I wanted to explain to you so that you know how to, well, maybe I'll face them toward things. Maybe that would be better for you. Okay, so this is the desk area. I'm just going to focus first on the desk area. And I have used a lot of Stampin' Up storage. These are little plastic storage units you can see here. You can get them. They're in the annual catalog. And they come this size. And this is one kind of topper. And then the flat topper is another kind of topper. And so these are the open cubes. And I'm storing right now. These are not all of my punches at all, but these are the ones I'm using most often. And then there are other storage cubes that you can get for your Stampin' Blends alcohol markers. And so I have all my alcohol markers stored in there. And then there are different ones you get for your ink pads and your, not the alcohol markers, but the other markers, Stampin' Write markers. Now, I don't have all the markers, but when I do have them, I put them in over here. These are my in colors. These are the newer in colors and the previous year's in colors. So I keep those real handy right next to me. And this little topper works great to hang your heat tool off. So I have my heat tool hanging there. And there are my watercolor pencils and some cleaning products for my Stampin' Mist and things like that. And then I keep my baker's twine in a mason jar, and I've decorated it up. And so I have everything as close to my place where I'm sitting as I can. Then I have a calendar to remind me to do my lives. I'm going to just while I show you, let me just move you over here and I'll let you look a minute and I'll look at some of the comments. Colleen, good to see you. Holly, good to see you. Thank you. And I'll go back later, okay, and really comment. So right in this area, I have, this is it was a Martha Stewart thing many years ago. It's like a tiered stationery holder I got like at Home Depot or something. And I just have, these are all my practical things, you know, my dimensionals, my bone folders, all that stuff, graph paper, all kinds of stuff is in there. And that is just right at my fingertips. I keep my multi-purpose glue. You've probably seen it in a little, that's a nail polish holder. I got it from Amazon. I need to get another one because that's kind of pooping out, but it's real handy. And then over here, I have all the rest. I'm going to pull back all the rest of the inks, not the in colors, but I have all the inks that Stampin' Up makes. And I have these by, like they call rainbow order. And you can see I have some of the Stampin' Write markers that go with them and some I don't. I don't have all of those. And then what I've done is I have added more cubes to hold my ribbons, and I have most of my ribbons right in there so I can grab them. You all know I love to make bows, and so I just snap up my ribbons right there. And then up here there's my pink glamper that I love so much. Another mason jar filled with my water painters. And over here I keep my black ink, my tuxedo black ink and my Versamark ink. And then on the top of all the rest, I have those special little toppers, and I have all my ink refills up there. So everything is right at my hands. And then way at the far right, I kind of have some empty space, and I just put extra stuff in there. But that is what is very handy. I can just reach out and get all of the things I need. And this is where I'm working when I'm doing a live. And you can see how I can just, if I need another color, I can just snap one right out of there. And then over to this side, I have my paper trimmer. I have my, over here, my Stamparatus, Stampin' Pierce mat. A little pencil and pen holder with Ellie's comb. Now I wanted to show you this. This is how I keep my 6x6 paper. I use several items that are refrigerator clear plastic items, and this is one. I think you know how you do, you gather these things over time. And this is the 6x6. Now some is cut down to 6x6 from paper shares, but these dividers, I just made them from the kind of firm cardstock that is at the back of all the designer series paper. Some of it is real hard, but some is not. And so I just cut this. I don't really, I was going to tell you the measurement. Let's measure it. 8 by 6 1/4, and then this little guy comes up about a half, that little tab, and I just cut that. I just use a ruler and cut these all. I made them and then put the labels on, and it's just so handy to have the 6x6 designer series paper next to me. And then I have my catalogs there. Now let's go over to the other side. I'm going to try to take you slow so you don't get dizzy and move a few things. So this is, I want to go back a bit and show you, it's quite a tall kind of a area. This was all built in. It's just a computer desk. So if you have one at home, you can do the same thing. Polly, you love the refrigerator bins. Good. So this is just a big hole that was here. And this is some little drawer that I pulled from somewhere else. And just recently I put it in here, and this is holding my embossing folders. I used to keep them in right in front of me in that holder, but I changed them over to here. But this is all my 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it just fits perfectly on that shelf. I didn't have to do a single thing. And then you can get these kind of dividers, these things. This is what I use to divide each different paper, and I put a label on the tab. And I got these from scrapbook.com. And that's how I divide my designer series paper. And then every paper has one of these little envelopes. I've told many people about these. They're called job ticket envelopes. You get them from Amazon or a stationery store. I think they're used by kind of car dealerships or mechanics or something to keep the job ticket in. And I just trim off the top. And then I use these for the little 6x6s or scraps. And I'm not going to be able to fit that. I'll just stick it in there. So every one of these designer series papers has one of those little scrap holders back there, and it really comes in handy. So that's my designer series paper storage, the 12 by 12. And then underneath was this little tiny cubby, and I used another refrigerator holder. This is some kind of clear refrigerator holder. And these are all my dies. And they're on magnetic cards from Stampin' Storage. I know a lot of you probably use those already, and I just put a label there. Now there is a plastic cover thing that you can get to cover it, but I like the way it goes in this holder, and I think I'd have to change my holder because the plastic might be bigger, but I like this. So these are all the current dies, and I try to keep them in alphabetical order, but then when I use them, I keep them in the front, and then they get all messed up. But anyway, that's how I keep my dies. And again, they're right next to me. And so like I am working usually right in this area. And so I just move to the left and grab the dies I want. And then this is that little, that cute little paper trimmer that Stampin' Up had at one time. And I just love it. Up to the side, I just have a bullet more. That was that neat board that we had a while back that I love. And I like to display my stuff, so I just have stuff. Okay, but I want to show you now how I store my 8.5 by 11 paper, and it's right up above in these cupboards. These cupboards have worked out so well for me. And so this is the way I store my 8.5 by 11. I'm trying to get it so I can't get back far enough, I don't think, but this is vertical, and they're in order. Up here is starting here is my white and very vanilla and watercolor paper, and then I have my in colors, and then I go by color families: neutrals, brights, subtles, and regals. And I try to keep a pack of paper about extra because I do so many kits and stuff, but everyone has in front of the pack of paper, like this is Daffodil Delight, and it has its little plastic job ticket holder with all the scraps in it, and I'll use these first before I go to the full sheets. And so they're all labeled. You can see all the labels, and again, I can just pretty much reach up from my desk and snag these. It's just so easy. And then I had a little space left over, so I put a book, not a bookmark, anyway, a little book holder thing, and I've got some little boxes, treat boxes and things in there. And then the shelf above is kind of a don't look at it. It's kind of just stuff, just extra stuff. But I love my paper storage. It's so great. And then my stamp storage is the next one, which is directly above me when I'm stamping. And these are my stamps. I love these cupboards. Like I said, they were just here when I came. And these are all my current stamps. The retired ones I keep on the other side of the room. So I have all the annual catalog products on the top shelf and half of the bottom alphabetized. And then these right here are all the mini catalog, the new mini, so that I know I'm going to be using these a lot. And these are celebrations. So when I'm opening my cupboard, I'm generally going to grab some of these right here. But they're right above me and just so handy. And then I have a third cupboard which I keep. These are pre-cut card bases right over here, and you can see my little sponge daubers, just all kinds of different stuff, different other kinds of papers that I use and things. But that is basically my desk, and so I'm just usually sitting here, and I'll pull back just a little bit, and I can just reach up and get whatever I want. I'm so thankful for my desk. And there's even more. Okay, you ready to see a little bit more? We're going to go down because computer desks have a lot of storage. And so there's a drawer over here, and this is where I keep all my blocks. I don't have anything fancy. They're just little boxes that I've gotten from places. So I have all my blocks down in here. And over here, just bits of things, embellishments, my blender, brushes, more ribbons. I just rearrange this every so often, squeeze things in, ribbon bits, tools like Stampin' Up used to sell a stapler and my rubber eraser thing. So that is handy because it's right next to me. Hey, Allison. You love the job ticket holders. Holly, I'm glad you've got those. Patricia, good to see you. So then in my lower cupboards, I hope this is helpful. I know when I first started, it was very helpful to me to see how people stored things. So again, remembering this was a computer desk, it's really cool that this pulls out. So I can just pull this right out. And there I have, these are all my current punches, except for this one. I use that a lot just to cut a thin, long sentiment, and then I'll trim the edges differently. That is really the only retired punch that I use, but those are all the rest of the current punches. Over there there are my envelopes, and that is just a holder from like Michael's or something, and those are packages of envelopes, very vanilla and white. And then I keep my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine down there. And of course, I have to have little dog treats for Ellie. I keep her dog treats right there. She's kind of looking because I'm handling her dog treats. And then down below that, I have graph paper. I have our stamp cleaners, I forget what you call those, the squeegee things, or chamois. And this is our spiffy new, I need to use this with you, our new embossing little container that comes with the embossing buddy and everything. That is very neat. And then below there, I just have lots of white cardstock that I have saved. So that is my storage. That is all my storage. And this is what allows me to do what I do, because it's quick and easy. I've got everything right next to me, and I just sit down and it works out great. Now I'm going to turn you around because I think that is basically what I wanted to show you. Let me check real quick and see if I have any. Tammy, you'd like those treats. I wanted to try to see if I have any questions that I can really answer for you. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything right now, but again, I will go back and I will check. And so this is where I live. Oh, I forgot to show you my work table. Yes, let me turn you back around. Oh, yes. This is my work table, and this is where I have classes. I can fit 6 ladies here at this table, and some of the ones on this video have been at my classes. And this is a new machine that I got. I make so many cards and cut so much that I needed an electric Big Shot. And so this adorable little it's a pink electric Big Shot called the Big Shot Switch. It's fairly new, and it's I think it's called Pink Cherry or something. I had to have it. What can I say? And my husband got it for me for Valentine's Day. I use my Stampin' Up, Stampin' Cut, and Emboss machines. But when I'm doing a large bunch of things, I need to have the electric one. So I use that. And then this is an older paper trimmer that's just one of my favorites because I need to cut lots of paper. And so I use this for my heavy duty. There are much bigger, heavier duty ones, but that is a pretty heavy duty one. And then this is our YouTube candy, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that I'm going to give away. And I wanted to tell you, I wrote it down here right on a Post-it note. I've been telling you my goal is to get to 2,100, and when I get to 2,100, I'll give this away. And I'm at 2,000, or excuse me, what is that number? Yes, I'm at 2,039. So I only have 61 more subscribers to my YouTube channel to go before I give away this fabulous mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I am so excited to give this away. And when I do, there we go. I'm going to use the wheel of names, and I'm going to put everybody's name down there, and you'll see it. It'll be a live YouTube, and you guys I'll have everybody know, and you can come on and we'll award that live. So I'm going to turn my light around a little bit. So I'm excited to give that away. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there, Pretty Paper Cards. I know, I'm almost there, Holly. I really am so excited. I looked on there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I went over 2,000, so thank you all so much. I didn't even ever think I could get over 2,000, so I am so appreciative. Thank you, thank you. So the last thing we have to do is award a prize. Now, last week on Wednesday, I had a technical glitch, and so I really felt bad about it. And the prize I had, and I'm going to give away today, and I've showed it to you, are these fabulous Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. You get 20 cards, and I'm not showing you really a lot, am I? 20 cards and envelopes in this pack, and they're just beautiful. And so I did the random number generator, and the winner is Sharon Cooper from over on YouTube. So Sharon, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I don't have your address, so I will message you over on YouTube. But if you don't mind, please email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com and give me your address so I can get these beautiful cards and envelopes to you. Congratulations, Sharon. And for next week, the prize is going to be 3 of my handmade cards. This is the top one. There are 3 in here, and I will send those to one winner of the people that put prize in the comments. So I hope you've enjoyed this little brief craft room tour. I hope it's helped you a little bit with ideas. Let me know what's helped you, or if you have any questions, because I'd be so happy to assist you with getting your space organized. You know, I started out at my dining room table. I really did. And I took over that dining room table for like a couple of years until I finally moved into a room. And it wasn't until we moved up to this house 6 years ago that I got my own craft room that I could really make into a craft room. So it takes a while, but you know, there are lots of things that you can put into practice right away to help you be more organized. So, okay, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by today. And